Good. What's good, everybody? What's up with y'all? How y'all doing? What's goody?
Good.
This segment of Ray's podcast, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to all our videos. Tell a friend to tell a friend. To my right of me, well, to my left of me, actually. You already know who he is. Brandon.
Sir.
And below him, he ain't sharp today, but he repping the Bronx. My man Faise, Sherm will be in here soon, but in the meantime, we about to jump right into it. So what it is and what it ain't. If you don't like what we got to say, join the debate. All right, fellas. Brandon wasn't with us. Sherm said something. And how do we feel about the Utah Jazz? How real are they? As of right now, they are the hottest team in the NBA. And as of today, by record, I guess we can say they're the best team in the league. They won some games without Donovan Mitchell. Won games with them. Faise, I'd like to start with you. How do you feel about the Utah Jazz, and what's the ceiling for them?
I think the ceiling, like the highest I think they could finish is Western Conference Finals. Like I think if they get the favorable matchups, they can make it there. I'm impressed so far, but again, it's just regular season. I will say this: usually in the playoffs, they compete. Like they push Denver to 7 games. They compete. So it's not like they laying down or they folding over leads. Shout out to the Clippers. They finish. So I think that they match up well with just about everybody. We were talking about that in our production meetings about Gobert getting, fried a lot. But at the same time, if you're an elite defender, you're going to get fried. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like Kawhi's an elite defender and KD gave him 28 on 13 shots last night. So, it's going to happen no matter who you are. But I think that I think they're deep enough at every position. And I think that they're good enough at every position to where they can compete and get through the first and second round and potentially, match up what I would assume would be the Lakers, in the Western Conference Finals. So if they got there, I would be surprised, but it wouldn't be like a total shock. Like, it wouldn't be like, oh, man, that's crazy. It kind of be like, nah, they've been playing well. They did what they did. They made it this far. And then, anything can happen in those 7 games. Do I think the Lakers will win? Absolutely. But do I think Utah can at least kind of get 6 out of there? I think potentially. Especially it's just tough because there's no home court advantage. There's no, that stuff just takes away so much. But I like them so far. I think they're doing well. I'm interested to see if they keep it up. I actually think they will, but I bet they finish the season probably 2nd or 3rd. I don't think they win the West.
Okay. Brandon, what's up? How you feel about Utah?
I think they might can get home court advantage, but it's over first round, second round. I don't see them making the conference finals. I think if they get a favorable matchup, they can win first round. But in the playoffs, especially with how teams are designed today, you got to have 2 guys that can really go get you a bucket. Obviously, D. Mitch is going to do his thing, but I don't know who that second person is going to be. When you look at the Sun,
Brandon, my dog Boban gets 20 a night. What are you talking about?
When we compare. Listen, when we comparing them to LeBron and AD, listen,
that's
LeBron and AD,
conference finals. Give me some first round.
Huh?
Who they gonna see in the first round that they gonna struggle?
And we're gonna talk about the Suns and the Mavs, all that. Are they better than D. Mitch and not D. Mitch, but Devin Booker and CP3? Because that could be a first round matchup. Are you taking them over them? The Nuggets are not.
I gotta think. Hold on. I don't know if that'll be a first round matchup because the Suns are going to finish. Oh, yeah, if the Suns finish like 7th, something like that, like 2-7.
Suns 5th seed right now.
Yeah, well,
they're all close. It can all shift up or down. The Nuggets got the Joker, and Jamal Murray. I don't see them that duo.
So they push them to 7, and you don't think they can push anybody else to 7?
I'm not buying that. Me personally, I'm not.
Well, to the defense, Brandon, last year, Bojan wasn't there when they pushed it to 7.
That's what I'm saying.
To face argument here, they went to 7 games without that guy That because what? Then they give up Hayward to get him,
and he gets 20 a night. Like hands down, he getting 20 a night. Don't matter what's going on.
If we're gonna bring that up, was Michael Porter Jr. playing? And if he was he at the level that he's been this season? Because that's a whole nother component. I don't think the Nuggets relied on last year.
But the only reason why Michael Porter Jr. went playing like that is because they had Grant, who getting 27 of them things a night over there in Detroit.
Absolutely, but in a limited role though. He wasn't in the role that he's now, where he's getting 20 plus and 10 every night. But I see what you're saying. I'm just not buying it because I think the Suns got better. I think Denver is going to profit over having some experience. I think the Clippers are going to be a lot better than a lot of people giving them credit for. So I think they can make the second round, but I think there's a few teams in the West that can make the conference finals, but I'm not putting them there. And I love Rudy Gobert, but like I'm not sure when it's actually time to go and they need him to go be dominant. I'm not buying that he's going to be someone that you can rely on.
Well, he said the ceiling, and I mean ceiling is like everything goes well, everything works out the way it's supposed to. I think they can reach that because I mean they're not gonna. I mean. There's not a team that I don't think that they can't beat in a 7-game series besides the Lakers. Maybe the Clippers, maybe, but I don't trust them. So
I don't blame you. My prediction for them is a first, second round exit. I think they could, if they get the right matchup, they can. But I just think there's too many other good teams. They either got better or got experience last year. We ain't even talking about the Blazers, who they don't even have CJ McCollum right now, and they're holding the float. And CJ was getting baskets before he got hurt. But that's another team that got a duo. Nurkic is still there. So I don't know. I just don't think that they are in that shuffle. I don't see them coming out on top. Because obviously the Lakers are going to be there. But those mix of teams that I think can make the conference finals, I think they're the less likely to make it to the conference finals. That's my opinion.
I kind of have to agree with I do agree with you, Brandon, on this one. I don't think the Utah Jazz will get to the Western Conference Finals phase. I think their ceiling is the second round for me. That's the ceiling for me, the second round. Now, first round, I'm not going to be disrespectful because, they are hot right now, but it's just like what Brandon said, depends on who they match up with because right now they're number one. So they'll finish 1, 2, or 3. They'll either have to play Golden. I'm just naming teams right now. I'm just naming teams. They have to play Golden State, maybe the bottom half. Portland, CJ would be back. Nurkic would be back. That would be a good series. That can go either way. If Dallas get it together, they'll probably maybe have to play them.
Probably the Spurs. Probably somebody like the Spurs, maybe.
The Spurs too.
We talking about the Mavericks today. We talking about the Mavericks today.
We're gonna wait till Sherm get here for that one. We talking.
All right.
We're not going away from that. We're gonna talk about them Heat too. We're gonna talk about them too.
Hey, I'm ready for it.
But and then the Rockets. They might have to play the Rockets.
I mean,
yeah, that's solid matchups for them. That's solid matchups across the board.
That's if the Rockets are healthy with John Wall, Victor Oladipo, and Christian Woods, Utah, that could be tough for them. That could be. That really can be tough for them.
How's Eric Gordon playing? He's averaging like 20, right?
But he just gonna look now. One thing Eric Gordon don't gonna do. He gonna put that biscuit in that basket, bro. It don't matter what's going on. He gonna get out there. He gonna do 3 things. He gonna make an ugly face and raise his hands at the ref. He gonna get He gonna get shots up, and he gonna tweak his ankle. That's what he does. It don't matter what's going on in a 3-game span. That's what's going on. But the Rockets would present some serious issues. I think.
Eric Gordon's averaging 17 this year.
17.
Yeah. I mean, that's what he do.
That's what he do with all the weapons they got.
Yeah. So it just depends on but I mean, we have to give credit to Utah. You know what I'm saying? We have to give them their respect. They're on this. This is the longest winning streak so far this season. and we'll see how far it can go for them. But yeah, it's just I don't know. After Mike Conley, like Mike Conley's here or there, you know what I'm saying? I
You don't know
respect
what
Mike.
you're gonna get.
Yeah, and then you don't know if he's going to be available because he's always getting hurt, which is tough for Mike Conley. But yeah, and then Donovan Mitchell. I like Donovan Mitchell game, but I don't. Yeah, if y'all can agree with me or disagree, I think sometimes most of his shots are forced. Now, if you don't agree with that, then we can talk about it. I don't know. I just think his percentage on his shots sometimes are not that.
He's a jack. He's a jack boy. He definitely jacks shots. Like he definitely gets shots up. Like and I think he doesn't. A lot of people compared him to D Wade, which I can see the similarities, but I don't know if he's as violent going. Like his little, down the lane dunks and stuff are impressive. But D Wade was like two-hand dunking on dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like some disrespectful type stuff.
Yes, Fonz.
Yeah, I agree, Fonz. I think he's probably a really, really good. Yeah, chill, Cliff. I don't take bad shots, bro. I don't take bad shots. No, I think I definitely think he's a good Robin. Really, really good Robin. CJ McCollum almost. They don't play the same net like that, obviously, but he's better suited for a second dude, probably. I think. Like he's proven right now he can carry his own team, but I don't know if he's in that upper echelon of dudes that can carry somebody to win. Like Shaq said, ain't no knock. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think he's a dude that you take and you win a championship with. So,
and I feel like more times than not, maybe not every season, but almost every other season, there's always a good regular season team that kind of comes out the blue and they look really good during the regular season, but when it's time to win 4 out of 7 games and the game slows a little bit down and you're getting scouted every day instead of, that team will see you later on in the season, those teams don't always rise to that occasion. So I'm going to put them in that category. I think they'll be great the regular season. Huh?
My bad. I'm going to let you finish. I apologize. Go ahead.
Oh, no, that's it. I think they'll be great in the regular season. I don't see them making it to the conference finals.
So they're the Clippers.
I wouldn't put them in the Clippers.
Are they the Atlanta Hawks?
That's what I was going to say.
The Atlanta Hawks back in, if I can get the year right, I don't know what, 20.
Like when they were like 65 and whatever, like winning all
the seed. It was the number one seed.
And didn't Bron sweep them?
Yeah, that was not good for Atlanta.
That team sucked.
What they call that girl? Karen. Courtside Karen. Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably was over there talking all that trash too, sparking something out of LeBron.
Yeah. That team was trash. Kyle Korver, Jeff Teague. It was a well-balanced, nice contributing team. Yeah, Josh Smith, Al Horford. It's a very good, everybody get their 15 to 17 and we kind of keep it moving, but nah.
A good regular season team. But when you got to go match somebody like LeBron's output, then you got, I want to say Kyrie.
Kyrie was on the team. It was both of them.
Yeah, you got to match those two guys. And you looking at Kyle Korver and he looking stuck. Jeff Teague got to try to stay in front of Kyrie is different.
So you spoke about Shaq earlier. Now, a lot of people, it's going both ways. I feel like he has the right to speak his mind just because he is Shaquille O'Neal, and you know what I'm saying, he got them rings.
Shaq.
Shaq.
Yeah.
Shaq. But a lot of people are not liking that guys in the media outlet are coming at the players or disrespecting them. And, you just spoke about Shaq with Donovan Mitchell. I don't know if you guys saw what he said to him. I'm pretty sure he did. He said she dating someone off there. Nah, she got a husband. Bron said she got mad because Bron told her husband,
steroids.
Steroids. But do you feel like Shaq has the right to do that, Brandon?
I feel like he has the right. And if you know me, you know I love Shaq. Shaq in my top 5 players all time. But I think he has the right. But it comes down to the point, like, are you criticizing them because you want to tell it how it is, or are you criticizing some of these guys so people think highly of you, or you feel like you have to remind people how great you are? And I don't think he has to do that. Like, and it comes off as that, and I'm pretty sure if we ask him, he's not gonna say it. But we all know guys who they feel like they gotta put others down to kind of highlight what they've done. But I feel like Shaq don't gotta do that. I feel like if you were watching basketball the late '90s, early 2000s, you know what Shaq is about. And he of course he can speak his mind about it. Like he's Shaq, like, but I just feel like sometimes it's like he takes it a little bit too far, especially when he starts talking about money.
You see what's absolutely, coach. There's no need. I'd rather get an attempt at the rim than turn it over.
Oh, maybe. But yeah, that's it though. That's it.
In the comments, Chris said Shaq has the right, but it's a difference between giving your opinion and hating. He has been borderline lately. Well, he's been coming at Rudy Gobert a lot just because Rudy got paid that $200 million. He don't think Rudy is worth that $200 million. Now for Utah, I think he is because what he does. I mean,
the market value. It's the market value. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, why does Shaq feel the need to have to speak on his money? Where clearly, if Shaq played today, he would
get
make
$300 million.
Yeah, he get the most, and we know that. So why do you have to continue to bring it up? Like, yes, we know Rudy Gobert's not you. We know Joel Embiid's not you. We get all that. We know, but damn, you can't keep playing. Like,
I think Shaq just kind of. I get what he's doing, but he definitely comes at big dudes all the time, though. Like, he always talking trash, but like Dwight Howard, when Dwight Howard's on his nice little streak, like he just comes at big dudes 24/7. The Donovan Mitchell thing kind of just came out of nowhere. Like, I was kind of like, where is it at? I don't get it. I don't. Why are you? Yes, sir, coach. No, I don't understand. For me, like, I don't understand what's the true. Like, are you trying to motivate dudes, or are you trying to? Because I just can't see him being so egotistical where he's like, I'm just gonna make sure people never forget that I'm Shaq. I'm Shaq. Like, typically, dog, when you got a nickname, bro, like a real nickname, like Spider is Donovan Mitchell's nickname, but it ain't. People don't say Spider. You know what I'm saying? People say Donovan Mitchell. Like, people say Bron. You know what I'm saying? People say KD. People say Steph. People say Claw. Like, people say that's when you got Shaq. That's when you a real deal dude. When you got a legit nickname that's what they just call you. So I just don't see him being that egotistical where that's what he's doing. But I do think that he's just, any big man that can't shoot a jump hook, no offensive skill. Because Shaq, you got to think Shaq was 320, 30 pounds and was skilled.
Mm-hmm.
So he probably is like, well, damn, these dudes getting paid $250 million. And I only got paid, $150, whatever it was at the time. But again, that's, things have changed. But see, I don't know, Chris. I think Gordon Hayward, I said this when he got signed, it's the value of the market. Like, he was one of the best small forwards available. Charlotte needed somebody, and that's what they did. Like, that's what, it's the market value. Like Clint Capella. If Clint Capella was a free agent last year, he would have been at like 140, 150. It's just the market value. It's just, he's a 6'11" dude that can run, finish, dunk, block shot. I mean, you can't ask for too much more. So it's the market value for those dudes. Shaq ain't giving passes to people.
Shaq ain't giving passes to people making $100 million in trash. I remember the heat Shaq got in his career. He's holding players accountable like he should. Always strong.
Well, what about Donovan Mitchell? Is Donovan Mitchell trash?
I think
he's not trash. I don't think he's trash.
I'm responding to that because I get it. Like, yes, Rudy Gobert offensively is nowhere near 100, 200 million, however much he got paid. But like I said, we talking about Donovan Mitchell too. Donovan Mitchell's not no slack.
No.
So I don't know. And Dwight Howard in his prime, he wasn't Shaq, but he wasn't trash either, though. Like,
he was coming at Dwight Howard. he was coming at Dwight Howard.
I think what really came at him because his name was Superman. That's his nickname.
And Shaq thought he was, Shaq Diesel.
Shaq D's the
Shaq
only
D.
Superman.
But I will say this though, like Shaq is, no, I don't think we'll ever see anybody dominate like that ever again, like ever. No, you can't see that. Where it's legit like pass dunk, pass dunk, pass dunk. That's just what it is. A dude that's missed more free throws. If he would have made half of the free throws he missed, he'd be the NBA's all-time leading scorer. That's wild.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Like that's
So
bananas. So
let's move along to the Houston Rockets talk. Houston Rockets, they're now 6-3 since the trade. We already spoke about them earlier just now about saying that if they matched up with Utah, it would possibly be a tough matchup. Since the trade happened, Faise, I really want to ask you this because when they made the trade, you said losers trade. So being that we seeing things happening with the Rockets, they meshing together and they look good, looking like they'll make the playoffs. Do you still think it's a losers trade? And how you feel about the Rockets so far?
Yeah, I'm still standing on the losers trade just because, and you can say this for any team, but they're one, tweak away from being, struggling bad again. Like if Victor Oladipo's made a paper mache, John Wall is playing at a high level. Well, I don't want to say a high level. He's playing, back to close to where he was. And I like Christian Woods, but I just don't know if I don't think they're deep enough. Like I know you got Eric Gordon coming off the bench, but past that, I don't know how many games you can. I don't know how far you can go with dudes like that, and I don't know if they're going to be able to outlast somebody like the Grizzlies or the Mavs when they're coming back, or the Spurs, or even if the Suns get bumped down to like 7th or 8th, are you going to be able to outlast them towards the end of the season, like go on a 5-game winning streak at the end of the season to be able to push through and make the playoffs? I just don't think that'll happen. I could be wrong. I just think it's a loser's trade because at the end of the day, if they don't make the playoffs, the Wizards suck, obviously. And it's just a battle of two toothless dogs just picking over a bone. So that's just that's what it seemed like to me. Do I think what they're doing is good? Yes. Do I think I'd like to see what they do over the next 15, 16 games? Like from right now, like, are you going 8-8 or are you going 6-10 or are you going 13-3? Because then to me, that's when I'm like, all right, you guys are serious. So
are you counting the losers? Are you counting them or counting that trade as a losers trade just because they're not winning the championship, or like?
I don't think they elevate. I mean, it's a losers trade because neither team is better than what they were last year or before the trade. At least before the trade, obviously James Harden didn't want to be there, so I don't count that portion. But last year, with the Rockets, made it to the second round, did this and that. That's not going to happen this year. That's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So if you didn't get better from where you were before, then that means you're still just a loser. So it's a loser's trade. Like, unless they make it to at least the playoff, at least the second round, you know what I'm saying? Then what are we doing? And the Wizards have already proven that they're just going to tank. They suck. So, and I get that. I'm glad Rusty's playing a little better, but I think, again, that's something else that gets too, like, how he plays gets too judged. Like, if he plays well, oh, Rusty's back, he's dominating, he's killing, blah, blah, blah. If he plays bad, it's like, oh, this is what I told you, this, blah, blah. I think Rusty always plays the same way. I think he's a good teammate. I think you just have to have certain type of dudes around him for him to truly be successful. And that means he can't have anybody else that's dominant. Like, his best season was when, Steven Adams was the second best player. So that's just the kind of dude that's what he's got to be around. So, but yeah, still a loser's trade. Not because they don't make the finals or anything. Just if you're not better than you were the year before, then, loser's trade.
Okay. I like to chime in that this is Russell Westbrook highest percentage from the 3, and the Wizards have been dealing with multiple injuries and COVID issues, just like other teams in the league have been too. But Brandon, we're gonna move along to you. How you feel about the Rockets so far?
We're talking about the Rockets-Washington trade, exactly, right?
Well, I'm talking about the whole trade with the Rockets.
Everything they've done. Okay.
Everything that they've done. Like, even with because Brooklyn, is 6-3 since getting Harden, and the Rockets are 6-3.
6-3, yeah.
So as far as I'm gonna start with the Rockets and the Washington trade, I said it was a loser trade with Face, and I was wrong. The Rockets won that trade. When you look at both of those trades, both teams traded their star point guard in exchange to still compete. The Rockets are still competing, and the Washington Wizards, as Face would say, suck. So
Yeah, they're bad.
I'm gonna go with them. And then getting rid of James Harden, you got Victor Oladipo. I think that when you lose a guy like James Harden, you're never gonna fully win. But at the end of the day, now they have a team full of guys that want to be there, and they're not like falling off. They're not like trash. Like they can legit make the playoff. So I like what the Rockets have done. And then in the future, if they do stink, Big Oladipo is probably going to be gone after this summer. Christian Wood, he's 25, he's young, and if John Wall continues to play well, then his contract doesn't look as bad. It looks a little bit more valuable. In comparison, when you look at Russ, I legitimately don't think there are 29 other teams that would want to touch Russell Westbrook in his contract. I don't think nobody wants Russell Westbrook. And I love Russell Westbrook, but I don't think anybody, especially for what the Wizards might ask for him, I don't think anybody wants Russ right now. And I think if John Wall can lead this team to maybe like an 8th, 7th seed, and the next year they decide to go a different direction, I think what was once a terrible contract, possibly the worst contract in the NBA, ain't as bad if they try to move him. So I think I like what the Rockets did, man. They're a little bit more flexible than they were, and they can still compete. They can still make 7th, 8th, maybe even 6th in the West. And I think they trying to get John Wall shows that they still want to compete, even though they eventually lost James Harden. And I think they got that. So I think they won. I think Brooklyn won too, obviously, if we're going to talk about Brooklyn. But I think Washington is that team that's like, damn. Like we tried to pair Bradley Beal with another all-star / not MVP, all-star level point guard, and it's failing miserably. And now we're paying him the 3rd highest contract in the NBA, and we can't win with him. I think the Rockets look good.
Yeah, and Bradley Beal came out and said he doesn't want to be traded too. So
yeah, and
it's good, Corey.
Yeah, looking like it, but damn,
he's tweaking.
Is he?
Yeah, I'm out. You're not. They're never going to be. What are they going to do?
Okay, so what's the borderline then? Because we kind of didn't like what James Harden did. We didn't, people come at LeBron for leaving, or come at KD for leaving. I know different things happen, but at the end of the day, like you just saying, I'm out.
I didn't mind what James Harden did. I just didn't like the way he did it. I didn't mind him being like, yo, I don't want to be here. I want to play here. That's just what it is. I don't like this owner. I don't like what he believes in. I don't want to play here, so I'm out. Now, would I have went out of my way, and I guess you feel like you owe it to him because he did so much for the franchise, but would I have gone out of my way to make sure he goes to his short list of teams? No. I would say, whoever going to give me the best package for him, you can take him. That's what I would have done. Yeah, that's what I would have done. I say, whoever can give me the best package for him, I'll take him. I just don't know. And again, I don't know how Houston didn't come out of that with Jared Allen. There's no way I wouldn't have fought to get him in some way, shape, or form. Because I think honestly, if they've got Jared Allen, Christian Wood, Oladipo, and John Wall, then I think we're having a different conversation. That's the type of I think Jared Allen is.
I think they stalled, and then James Harden made those comments where he basically trashed the team, and the next day the trade happened.
Yeah.
So I think they tried to get a little bit more, but I think Harden put them between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah.
But I'm happy that
I don't know.
Jared Allen is with the Cavs. Just have to throw that back. But what you was about to say though?
I feel the same way, Najee. No, I just don't. I don't think that. I don't know. I don't know what the Wizards can possibly do because that's what we were talking about. I think that they're done for the next 5 years. Like like whatever Bradley Beal's contract is over with, they're still gonna have to rebuild. Like, what high market free agent can you get whose contract is about to come up, who's going to be willing to? I think Brad Beal's situation is gonna be just like kind of James Harden, not as negative, but like, oh, I want to be here, I want to be here, I want to be here. Then over the summer, he's gonna be like, bro, I got to go. Like, y'all got to find me. So I'm gonna play this season, and I think he did that to take the attention off himself for the season, so he kind of let that simmer down, and then I think he goes somewhere else.
But you know what's crazy though? I'm still not buying that he said that. I know it got.
I don't believe it either. I don't
But
believe
his
it
body language says a completely different thing. But
You don't think it's true?
I'm not gonna say it ain't true. I'd rather hear from him. Like, I'm pretty sure somebody in the media one day is gonna ask, "Hey Bradley, do you still want to be a Wizard?" And we'll know then and there from what he says. Like, but I saw Shams reported. Shams said that he heard or whatever his sources, but I want to hear from Bradley Beal that he wants to stay there. Because again, his whole body language says, dog, this is some BS. Get me up out of here.
Mm-hmm. Appreciate you, Najee. Yeah, man. Hey, shout out to everybody that's watching right now. Shout out to Brandon. Shout out to Face. It ain't just only me that's on this, this panel. Without these guys right here, this would not be where it is right now. You know what I'm saying? Where we at today. So, and Sherm's supposed to be on his way. We don't know where he at, but
Come on, Sherm. Where you at, player?
Come on. But moving along to another thing in the NBA, which is kind of tricky, is Rookie of the Year. I'm still sticking with my pick. Y'all know who I am. However I make my prediction, whatever, doesn't matter. I'm sticking with it. I'm still sticking with James Wiseman. But I'm not a fool. I know right now LaMelo is the favorite. But how y'all feel about that boy over there in Sacramento? Brandon, I'd like you to go first with this.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be trash. I ain't even gonna lie. He's a lot better than that. I thought he was gonna be trash. And look, I'll admit I'm man enough to admit I was wrong. He's pretty good.
He's 6'6" guard.
Yeah, well, so is Frank Ntilikina as well. Like, I wasn't buying that. Hey, I'm serious.
Frank Ntilikina is from another country.
So is Luka Doncic. What are you saying?
Different. Frank Ntilikina was playing like
we
the
didn't
beat.
know that. All I'm saying is we didn't know that at the time. I agree with you. Obviously, Luka is
No. But I'm saying Luka was dominating the Euro Cup at the highest level as a 17-year-old. Frank Ntilikina was playing like the B League. Like he was playing with no point.
And that's fair. I'm just saying I didn't like the kid from Sacramento at first. I'm still not 100% sold on him, but I can't deny what he's doing right now. He's killing, and I'm gonna stick with my pick as well, right? With Wiseman, I think it's so close right now. It's just really waiting for one of them to really take off. And right now, LaMelo is kind of inching. He'll have 26, but then he would take like a few steps back and have like 11. Probably shoot badly. The coach don't believe in the defense, so he takes him out. But I'm gonna stick with Wiseman for now.
He's starting too now because since
Terry Rozier's out. Yeah.
So that's the question we should be asking.
He has 19-7 as of right now against Philly.
Yeah, seven rebounds.
Yeah, 19-7 rebounds, 3 assists.
Yes, Irv.
1 steal, but he has 6 turnovers.
Yes. Yeah.
They're not gonna care about that during Rookie of the Year vote.
Yeah.
No, but like, so here's my only thing. I'm sticking with Wiseman too. I'm pretty sure that's who I said. I said Wiseman. Edwards is creeping up. He's averaging 13, 14 a game now. He's starting to creep up, but LaMelo. So I'm a Hornets fan. I'm by no way, shape, or form. I'm very happy that we have him. Like, I'm ecstatic. He's probably out after his rookie contract, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? But he gets blown up for everything. And that is the only reason why I think he will win it no matter what. Because James Wiseman can go out there and have a 20-20 game and then be like, oh, James Wiseman, 20-20, great game, blah, blah, blah. But LaMelo can go out there with, 16 and 7 assists, 7 rebounds, and they're going to highlight, the one-handed bounce pass 6 times. And I'm like, all right, bro, I get it. Like, cool. He threw the pass, but like,
Sure.
yes, sir.
Good.
What's going on, fellas?
What it is and what it ain't.
Let's keep it going. Let's just keep it going. Just keep it going. Keep it going.
You got. I think Sherm's foreshadowing with that hat, but I'm gonna let it be. I'm gonna let it be. But no, I just think that LaMelo, like I don't know, man. He gets blown up for everything that he does. I still like Devontae. I'm gonna be real with you. The surprise for me is Terry Rozier because I thought he was just not worth all that money we paid him, and he's been playing well. Malik Monk went for 40 the other night. I don't give a damn about that because it won't happen again. Because somebody texted me as soon as that happened, said, "Bro, Malik Monk back." I had a drug joke, but I'm not gonna throw it out there.
Hey, chill.
I'm good on that. I think LaMelo is, who do I think should win it? James Wiseman. If they stay, maybe Anthony Edwards. Who do I think will win it now? Probably LaMelo, because like I said, everything he does gets blown up. So,
Just very, he do a chest pass. Oh, LaMelo did a crazy pass. I'm like, but like, we saw that pass before.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know if y'all touched on this last week, but I think a good question to ask is, should he be starting now? Like, no injury, should he just be the starter now?
Who's he gonna start over?
That's the question. Who are you gonna start over?
I'm saying we can talk about it now, like, because he's performing, he is, but like Faise just said, Terry Rozier's playing work up to his money. Devontae's playing great. We know what Hayward's doing, and PJ Washington. Don't say nothing, Faise.
Chill,
but
yeah. If Melo wants to play the 4, then he can start because we need PJ Washington bum ass out of there. God, man.
Hey, you was big on him. Don't flex. You was big on him at one point.
No, I wasn't. No.
I could have sworn you were naming the starters. They Charlotte gonna be all right. We got Gordon Hayward. We got
I said you can go back and look at it. I said I'm not sold on PJ. He's the one dude I'm not sold on. I'm not sold. Him and Miles Bridges are the same thing. They're literally the same. They're the exact same thing. They're athletic, kind of, Miles is like stupid athletic, but athletic 4-man who thinks they can shoot threes, who think they can score, who don't rebound as well as they should, and they're out there taking up space. You taking up bad space. Go get me a rebound if you're gonna be out there and be 6'10". Give me a rebound. Give me something. So
yeah, Miles just want to duck that thing.
Yeah, Miles is 6'4" power forward. Stuck in what he thinks is a 6'8" 2 guard's body.
Hey, y'all see that? This is crazy. Y'all see the highlight after we get done with this, the windmill that Miles did. But before we move on, last question from Chris Vincent. He said, if LaMelo was a starter, which guard should the Hornets trade? I'm going to say Terry Rozier.
I mean, that's how you get the most bang for your buck. Because you're not going to get much for Devontae because his contract's so small. So you're not going to get, what I'm saying? Terry Rozier got a big contract. So.
Hey, look, man. Shout out to Devontae. But if you got,
send him to the Knicks. Send him to the Knicks. Send him to the Knicks.
We got it.
No,
his contract expiring.
How many guards are y'all gonna have, Sherm? Y'all have hella guards, hella power forwards.
We only got one guard. Quickly,
chill.
Y'all got two, man. Dennis Smith Jr. Chill. Dennis Smith Jr. Bro, chill.
Austin Rivers.
Dennis Smith.
I forgot he was on the Knicks. I forgot Austin Rivers was on the Knicks. I forgot about that.
Because he's not really a factor.
He killed the other day.
He's not really a factor. Dennis Smith just went to the G League. So
because he was
we'll take him.
Bring him back.
Let him come up north.
All right.
We will take him.
let's move on along to Super Bowl predictions. Here we are. This is Super Bowl week. You know what I'm saying? We get
He said the second one. He just said that.
Successful career coach Sherm. But yeah,
I agree. And I was
Bowl.
about to say, yeah, free Dennis Smith Jr. Get him out of there.
Super Bowl predictions, Super Bowl week. You know what I'm saying? I guess this is what they said, the GOAT versus the baby GOAT, I guess, or the modern era GOAT. Tampa Bay or Kansas City, and why? And Sherm, welcome to the show. We'd like to start with you with that New England Patriots hat on.
I'm gonna take. Let me be clear. I want to see Tom win 7. I want that. I do want it. But I also want to see Patrick Mahomes start his. So I'm kind of split. I'm split in between. I don't have a dog in the race. I'm split. I just want it to be a good game. I'm not mad either way. I'm not mad either way.
Or trying to get Brownie.
But there's a certain thing I want to touch on. So I'm going to let you guys, continue to talk about the Super Bowl. And then I'll touch on what I got to touch on.
Uh-oh.
As if Patrick Mahomes do win, like Ray said, he's the third quarterback to win. Does that make him the GOAT? Touch on if Eli's elite because he beat Tom Brady twice. You guys go.
Ooh, that's tough.
Say your question again. You kind of static a little bit. I heard Eli and I heard elite.
Oh God, here we go.
He heard exactly what I said.
Wait,
Is Eli elite because he beat Tom Brady? That's a whole different discussion. So I'm gonna let you guys talk about Sunday, and then we can revisit it. Brandon, don't put your head down because I was reading in the production reading.
We were waiting on you for that. I think you on my side too, Sherm.
I am 100%. But go ahead. Go ahead. 100%. But we're gonna go ahead and make it happen.
Yeah, we're going to get to that. But now, Sherm, you got to give us an answer. Who you got, Kansas City or you got Tampa Bay?
I got to push.
It ain't no push. We don't do that here. We don't do that here. It ain't no push. You gotta give us.
I got to push.
They said last week, 2 weeks ago to Brandon when we made our predictions. You can't do that.
Yep.
You got to give us
They made me pick.
You gotta give us a pick. No, you can't do that. You give us a pick, we'll move on to the next person. You gotta give us a pick.
I got to push.
Thursday ain't going.
It could go either way. I don't. Oh, all right, I'm gonna take Tampa. Okay, I'm gonna take Tampa.
Okay, all right, there we go. Tampa.
What's
up, Brandon? Who you got? Tampa Bay or Kansas City?
I'm going with my boy Patty Ice, man. I'm going with Kansas City, man. Look, everybody keeps telling me you can't bet against Tom Brady. They don't feel good about betting against Tom Brady. But in the past year or two, do you really feel confident about betting against Patrick Mahomes? I sure the hell don't. And I think if I think if Tampa Bay make the same mistakes they made against Green Bay in the conference championship,
they'll get blown out.
Give me Kansas City, man. Give me Kansas City. Kansas City.
Copy. What's up, Faise? Who you got?
So I was teeter-tottering between saying that I'd rather the Chiefs win, but I think the Buccaneers are going to win. I'm going to go with the Chiefs. And I only say that because the Buccaneers defense is good, but it's not elite. Like, it's a good defense, but it's not elite. And when Patty get to slinging, bro, and he start throwing that thing around, you know, that's pretty much it. So
I'm with you. I'm with you.
I guess it's gonna be 2-2, even though Sherm got a low key push. But I got Tom Brady. I'm just gonna let y'all know I got Tom Brady. You know, it's the bucket. This might be. I don't know. Sherm, Sherm and Faise, all of y'all can tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't think he had this many weapons before on one team.
It's not, but it's not going to come. Honestly, it's not going to come down to the quarterbacks. Down to the defense.
It's going to come down to the defense. And Chris, you just said it right before I got into it. The Chiefs are missing their center because of COVID.
That's big. That is big, though.
Yeah, that happened with they was getting a haircut from a barber, and the barber tested positive, so he's going to be out. You know what I'm saying? I got Tom, and I'm gonna also throw this in there because I'm glad you brought up the Eli thing. Tom Brady only lost to teams in the NFC East. So
that's true.
Only time he lost in the Super Bowl, he lost to teams in the NFC East. He lost.
Okay. Brandon, step in, Brandon. Step in, Brandon. Does that make Eli elite?
Does that make Eli elite? Because he beat Tom Brady?
Yeah.
He also has the stats behind it.
No.
Here we go.
We're not gonna do that.
If Eli Manning wasn't top 10 all time in passing, I would not say he's elite. But just because he's top 10 all time in passing, still to this day, and he has 2 Super Bowl rings, yes, that is why he's elite.
He also had a great defense. He did
have a great defense, but he had to win those games. If you go back, you're a Redskins fan. You know the vibes.
So let me backtrack. Was he elite? I'm gonna ask everybody a question. Was he elite or the defense elite?
You think Eli Manning is like Nick Foles, don't you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I love Eli.
But I'm saying you think he's
let me Faise, let me explain this. What people understand is everybody up north hate Giants fans hate Eli. This is what you guys down in the South don't see. No, well, I ain't have a quarterback in 25 years. Being a Redskins fan, I ain't have a quarterback in 25 years. So I'm watching Eli and I'm like, yo, he's getting the job done. But he's not, I'm not going to say he's an elite quarterback. His defense was elite. That defensive front, that front four, they were elite. He just made plays and he didn't lose games. I respect him for that. That's all I'm saying.
Very good, but elite is a fine line. That's a
Eli Manning. So can we say Eli Manning is one of the clutchest players to ever play in the playoffs? Are you? What do you? Hold on. You can make that face, but you saw it. He is when he gets in the playoffs. Other than when OBJ got on the boat and we lost to the Packers, and he dropped 7 passes. But other than that,
OBJ.
He's top 10 all time in passing. Top 10 all time in passing. You can't take that away from him. Yes, the defense was elite. Eli Manning is top 10 all time in passing. He's the clutchest quarterback in the Super Bowl. Now, I won't even say that. You have people in the media will tell you that too. When it's down to 1 minute, all those game-winning drives, that was because the defense too, but Eli had to go down 80 yards and either we scored a touchdown or we got a field goal to win the game. Those are the facts.
What you say he's top 10 in passing? Passing what? Just
all-time passing yards.
Yards, probably.
But yeah, I can't take that away from him. But these last few years, has he been really good? The last few years of his career, has he been really good? And he's been adding on to that stat, obviously. Has he really been good the last, 3 to 4 years of his career?
Last 3-4 years of his career. 2 years ago, I got you right now, Faith. Brandon. Odell Beckham, Sterling Shepard, All our 4 wide receivers got hurt and was out for the year against the Chargers in the 3rd game of the season. You give me another team that went to the Super Bowl without their starting 4 wide receivers.
Okay.
I didn't know.
I'm asking a question. I don't know. To me, I wouldn't call him elite. I call him a.
So is Big Ben elite?
I don't like Big Ben, so don't ask me that.
Well, I'm asking Sherman.
I don't
Again, right?
No.
Let me. I sat back and I listened.
Yes or no? And then you can say.
Let me say what I was going to say. Did I ever knock Eli? Did I ever knock Levi? Did I ever knock him?
It sounds like you
said I love him. Because my team, let's get the facts right. I said because my team never had a quarterback in 25 years. I'm not on Eli. But what you're saying, Ray, what Corey and whoever else don't understand it, you put in a different category, like he's the goddamn next to the GOAT, next to the GOAT, which is bullshit. Now, let me finish. I respect Eli. He's better than Washington ever had. And all I said, Faise and Brandon, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. All up north, where Giants fans are, they hate Eli.
I've heard that.
They don't like him at all.
So here's the
all I said.
So here's the difference though that I just looked at because I didn't know this. Like I never dabbled too much into those 2 quarterbacks in particular because I'm not fans of their game because they're kind of boring. But so Eli is 117 and 117 for his career. I didn't know that. He's 500.
He's mediocre.
Big Ben is like 156 and 95. Like that's a big difference. That's a big difference.
The only thing Eli has over everybody because he had a great, and this is why I separate the two. Because Eli won 2 Super Bowls against Brady, but their defense was elite, not Eli. That's the only knock I have against Eli.
But if Big Ben is elite, then Eli's got to be elite. Now, you can say that Big Ben's better.
No.
You can say Big Ben's better.
How can you if Big Ben is elite, how the hell is Eli Manning not?
I never said Big Ben is elite.
I'm asking you.
Big Ben probably is though. Like I didn't know he was this high up on it, but he's been playing for like 20 years. So I didn't know he was this high up on everything. But Big Ben is up there too. I didn't know he was like that. I don't like it. I just don't like him. I don't.
Faise, I'll also throw this in for you just because you might not know. Big Ben has 2 Super Bowls, but he has 1 Super Bowl MVP. Eli has 2 Super Bowl MVPs.
We can't judge it off of MVPs, right? Football is just a different animal.
And I'll throw this in there too. Tom Brady got all these Super Bowls, but 1 Super Bowl, he doesn't have an MVP.
Football is just a different animal, man. You can't say, "Oh, so he got an MVP."
If the defense is so elite, why didn't a defensive player win MVP?
We're talking about a unit.
I know. You need defense, and in football, you need defense and you need offense. Your team is the Washington Redskins. Eli Manning, the defense did get stopped, and Eli Manning.
I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example why you can't put that MVP stuff into football. Because our front 7, amazing, but the safeties are terrible and the corners are terrible. Terrible. In football, everybody has to be clicking. Everybody has to be on the same page. So that's a terrible analysis for you to say, all right, so and so. No, everybody has to be on the same page in football. Basketball, 1 or 2 people can control the game or dominate the game or dominate the series. But in football, you might have your safety that's a dog. But he may be hurt a little bit. And that affects the whole defense. It may be your corner. It may be your defensive lineman. whatever, but they playing through it. Basketball is a different animal than football, man.
So what makes a quarterback elite?
That's what I was about to ask. That what
is your definition?
What are you asking me? Are you asking me is Eli elite?
I'm asking you what's elite, because obviously a quarterback who has 2 Super Bowl rings, top 10 of the time, is not elite to you.
Right. Again.
And hold on, wait.
What we're not gonna do. We're not gonna change the narrative and act like I hate.
I'm not changing the narrative. You talk. Let me say this. The only reason why I even put Eli Manning, this has always been my argument. I say if Tom Brady is your GOAT and Eli beat him twice, where does that put Eli? I'm not saying Eli Manning is better than him
nowhere.
Wait. I'm not saying he's better than Tom Brady. I'm not saying that he's better than Tom Brady. But if Brady wins another Super Bowl and Brady keeps winning and doing this every time he goes, but he didn't beat Eli, and people could say it was lucky the first time, maybe he beat him twice. Like,
it's
you just can't.
Basketball though. Eli did not because again, if you go back and look at the Super Bowl, even if you go back and look,
I'm with you, Chris.
Even if you go back and look at the Philly game, defense put the pressure on Tom Brady. Foles wasn't really a star.
No, Foles is a game manager, but he showed up in that Super Bowl though. He's a game manager.
But again, that's because the defense, everything was
defense got to get stopped. You got to get stopped. Yeah.
Everything was clicking at that time. Everything was clicking. So you can't use.
Did you just? Okay, I'm gonna let you. You just said that the defense put pressure on Tom Brady. Tom Brady threw 505 yards in the Super Bowl against the Eagles.
It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't. No.
Hold on, no.
Don't matter.
505 yards.
This is my only question. If that is I hate to do this, y'all, but y'all know where I'm about to go with this. I really hate to do this. But if that constitutes Eli as being, upper echelon, and people think LeBron James is the GOAT, guess who been waxing LeBron ass in the finals? Guess who?
And I said that in the chat.
But that's Faise. I put all this shit together. I text that shit. So, excuse my language. I texted so we can go there. Everything I texted that group in our production meeting. No, let me finish. In our production meeting earlier today, questions not for me to debate, but for you guys to debate. I was just sitting and reading.
Y'all know what I'm ready for. You know what I'm waiting.
I was sitting and reading.
I'm patiently waiting.
To the next thing too to say about that, but Faise, if you go back to 4 or 5, I don't know, maybe 6, because it was before the season when we first started off the live, and you was saying shout out to Tim Duncan. You know what I'm saying? I always told you this. I said I can't even be mad at you.
Yep, you did.
For saying that because you have an argument. No, that's what I said. And Faise know that. Yeah. When he said, and this was before we talked about Eli Manning.
That's not even a question. Tim Duncan is greater than LeBron. I don't even want to go there. I don't want to go there.
Everybody's gonna have their, you know what I'm saying? But I can't be mad at Faise for saying that. I'm gonna say LeBron, but if Faise feel that way, he has the right and has the evidence to back it up. The same thing I do with Eli Manning. That's all I'm saying. The same thing, and what's making it even more greater.
Right?
And what's making it even was making it great. Tom Brady about to win another Super Bowl.
It's not the same because in basketball, one or two people can dominate the game or dominate. So it's not the same.
Hey, look, I do agree with Sherm, and I said this last night. We do get a lot of praise at quarterbacks, but there is an entire side of the ball that they cannot control.
Don't touch, for sure.
I've always said that. So
you can't compare basketball to football.
Ray, you said it. You said it. Tom Brady threw for 500 yards in that Super Bowl L. And Eli, I don't know what Eli's exact stats were, but clearly Tom Brady played.
Brady didn't do that. He said the Eagles.
How about Nick Foles? Eagles. Yeah.
He said the Eagles put the pressure
that game.
on Brady. I said, how the hell you put the pressure on somebody who threw 505 yards?
Hey,
So
Kai,
what did they
don't
do?
say
What
that
did they
crazy
do? What did they do when they matched up against each other in the Super Bowl?
Say that again, bro.
What did they do when they matched up in the Super Bowl? Who was the better quarterback? Even
Ooh,
though
Eli, Eli and Tom Brady?
yeah.
Eli Manning, go check the stats. I got my evidence behind it. Like,
Hey, look,
I got my evidence behind it. And hold on, wait. And I say one last thing because we're going to move on to me and you, Brandon.
I need that. I need that.
Yeah, I know, I'm going to say this last thing. This is the icing on the cake. Since 2007, Tom Brady hasn't beat Eli Manning in the regular season or in the postseason or in the preseason since then.
This is what I wanted. This is what
I
wanted. This is what I wanted.
So that's what I'm gonna put down to you. That's what I'm gonna put down to you. Since they met up since 2007, Tom Brady has not in regular season, playoffs, preseason. The Patriots been losing to the Giants ever since 2007 after they won that first Super Bowl. I got the evidence to back it up.
Yeah,
we gonna move
on this. Brandon Faise, y'all co-signing. This is what I wanted.
I'm not co-signing nothing. I'm not co-signing
This is
nothing.
what I wanted.
I'm not
Well,
co-signing
now we're gonna move on to the next thing.
No.
This is what I want.
No. What you? I got the Buccaneers. You got the Buccaneers, but you on the push, Sherm. Brandon got the Chiefs, and then Faise got the Chiefs.
On to the grand finale.
Let's go. Moving on. East and West.
No.
Are you want to go straight there?
We going straight there.
Let's get on.
I
want you.
Dallas Mavericks and the Miami Heat. Just to inform everybody, y'all don't know what goes on in the production meeting, but I'm gonna catch y'all up. Before what I think it might be 2 weeks ago. Before the season started, I picked Dallas Mavericks to be top 2, top 3, and I said that the Dallas Mavericks are elite because I feel like they matched up with the Lakers. Brandon says that the Miami Heat are elite. I'm going to say it the right way, Brandon. I'm not going to.
Please do.
Brandon said that the Miami Heat are elite, were elite in 2000 and last season. I'm just going to say that. Last season just because they got to the finals. I said Miami is an elite because I said they're a great team, but they're not an elite team. Brandon said, how can I say the Dallas Mavericks are an elite team when they haven't even done anything? So now we on camera. And ain't no texting. I'm gonna let you know. You gonna start. You gonna start. I just want to catch everybody up. So now that we are on camera, there ain't no text messaging. It ain't no I hit you up in an hour, nothing like that. Everybody is here. This is what everybody. You don't know about it, but everybody about to hear about it right now. So, Brandon, you have the floor. The floor is yours. Say what you say, and I'll rebuttal anything and say my side.
I want everybody in this chat to tell me who is more elite. The 2020 Miami Heat, the team that made it to the NBA Finals, or the 2021 Dallas Mavericks that are on a 6-game losing streak and the 13th in the West are elite. And this is the part where, Ray, when you said this in the chat, I thought you was on drugs. I didn't know what the hell was going on when you said this. When you said the Miami Heat are not elite, teams like the three-peat Lakers are elite, teams like the back-to-back Warriors, the back-to-back Miami Heat, I said, cool. In that case, the Miami Heat team is not elite. But you for damn sure is not about to tell me the damn Dallas Mavericks. The 2021 Dallas Mavericks are elite in that same category. And your reasoning, correct me if I'm wrong, but you said because the Dallas Mavericks could potentially pose a matchup problem or give the Lakers a hard time, but lose to everybody else, they're elite.
I'm laughing at Chris. I ain't laughing at Justin. Are you done? I want to respectfully give both of us the floor on this one.
It's probably gonna go back and forth, but I'm gonna let you go speak because I need to hear the justification behind all of this.
97 out there.
Yeah, I know. You ain't see that message face. Cali.
Oh my God!
You are in Cali. You are in Cali. Oh, that's that Rico Burrito. That's what that is. That's that Rico Burrito. Yes, sir.
All right.
All
So the only reason why I'm saying that the Dallas Mavericks are elite is because it goes back to where we made our first predictions with the East and the West. I said that they're a matchup problem. I feel like they're a matchup problem. They can cause problems to the Lakers. That's what I said. So that's the only reason why I'm considering them elite, because I feel like if they can match up well with the best team, because we all picked the Lakers except for Sherm, but
But they can go lose to the Phoenix Suns.
I'm playing, sir. Hold on, let me wait.
Yeah.
That was a joke. I know you be coming at Brown, but no, Brandon. That's why I said I feel like they're a matchup problem for the Lakers. So that's why I'm considering them elite, because if you could beat the best team, if I feel like you could beat the best team, that's why I consider them being elite. Now, we'll talk about the 6-game losing streak. Yes, they are on a 6-game losing streak, but 2 days ago was the first time that they had their whole team. And when I first made this statement about Dallas being an elite team, I said I feel like when Dallas is healthy, with Porzingis back, this is all quote unquote. I said I feel like they're an elite team. So in order for 2021 to pan out, they have the season have to go on. Now they're playing the Hawks right now. This is their second game that they had their full team. Go on from there. Now about Miami.
I said the same thing about Miami.
Okay, I ain't gonna take anything out. I'm gonna say everything that you said. I ain't gonna do that.
All right.
So yeah. No, I got you. I ain't gonna do that. Now about Miami. 2020 Miami. I feel like Miami was a great team. I don't think they were an elite team. That's why, and the only reason why I brought up the Lakers and the old Miami Heat and stuff like that, because you were saying the finals. Now I understand what you said. You was like, how am I going to? That's why you said the drugs part. That's why I was laughing at that too.
I'm confused. I'm still confused.
Yeah, because you was like, how the hell can you say Dallas Mavericks are elite and they ain't do nothing or get to the finals, but you trying to compare them, to elite to this. So I understand you on that part. But yeah, I feel like Miami's a great team. If they're so elite and they're in the East, that's what we're going to move on to about the East and the West being weak. I mean, which is weaker or which is even. I feel like Jimmy Butler, with him not being there, they should still be top 8. Now, we talked about COVID and them missing players, yeah, but Bam, like they had most of their roster, and they're not even top 8.
They did not have most of their roster. They have plenty of games, but they didn't have Tyler Hero before last week. Before Jimmy Butler's arrival, when he came back, there was a stat that said Jimmy Butler, Bam, and Dragic have played a total of 28 minutes together. And you got the nerve to mention and say the Mavs are not winning games because Finney-Smith is missing games and Powell. And we're talking about Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero and Avery Bradley. And Avery Bradley's important because we did not re-sign Jay Crowder. That's 3 big pieces of a team that were missing. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not even saying the Miami Heat are going to be elite this year. My thing is you can't take anything away from the 2020 Miami Heat team is because they won 12 games on the Eastern Conference side and then went and gave the Lakers 6 tough games. And on top of that, part of that 6 games, Bam didn't play and Gordon didn't play. And I'm not sitting here saying they're going to win that series, but when we're talking about elite for that season, they are 1,000% elite, and the Dallas Mavericks better hope they can make the damn playoffs this year.
and by your statement right there, the Miami Heat better hope they can make the damn playoffs too.
And I will say, if we don't, we were not elite in 2021. I will have no problem saying that. But I said the 2020 Miami Heat, the team that went out there and exposed the Bucks and Giannis, the team that went out there and beat Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Kemba Walker, that team was elite. That team was when I'm thinking of elite teams, I'm thinking about the top 3 to 5 teams in the NBA. In the regular season, they were not. But when it mattered, they were. And that's all that really matters. What do you do when basketball matters? We were just talking about the Jazz and how they're going to be so great in the regular season and not do it in the playoffs, the Miami Heat were in reversal. And I'm not hearing that they only won because of the bubble, because if that's the case, we got to take credit from the Lakers.
And then but with the Lakers is the same thing. If the Lakers don't make it to the finals, which I've said previously on our podcast, then that it comes at them too about the bubble.
But we can't take nothing away from what they did though, because they went and did it.
I'm not taking anything away from what they did. I feel like that only happened because they were in the bubble.
But you say only happened. It happened to everybody though. All those guys have families. All those guys have kids.
Don't we always talk about Jimmy Butler's a winner and stuff like that? And everywhere he go, they win. Absolutely. Okay, so why aren't you picking them to go back to the finals this year when they're healthy? You're picking the Nets.
Have you not seen who's on the Nets? I'm a fan, but I'm not. I've never been this over biased type fan who. Oh, my team went to the finals. Why can't we do it this year? We got Jimmy Butler. No, I keep now. Carolina let me down this season. I'm man enough to say they let me down this year. We are over. That's different. But I feel like, truthfully, you asked me a question about my team. I feel like I could give you a pretty honest answer and just say, last year I didn't think we were gonna make it. That's cool. They proved me wrong, and they proved the whole NBA community wrong, and that's what they did.
So, do you think? All right, let me just ask you this question: all teams healthy? Do you think the Nets have a better team than Miami or better players than Miami? Because outside of KD, Harden, and Kyrie,
they still got Joe Harris and Jeff Green. But I'm going to say this. I know how you trying to word the question and kind of throw me.
No, I'm not wording the Nets.
I'm going to answer this question. I'm going to answer this question. If the Nets and the Miami Heat play in a playoff series and both teams are healthy, I'm taking the Nets 8 days out the week.
The Nets are heavy, man.
Yes, Chris. You already know.
Like the Heat may have a better team,
and that's cool.
Give them a chance, but the three that Brooklyn got,
the three best players on the floor play for one team.
Oh my god!
The three best players on the floor.
It's the same reason. No, it's the same.
According to I'll say two because according Kyrie's not into unless it's fantasy.
No.
This ain't to you, Sherm. Brandon said that Kyrie's not top 20.
Oh, I clarified that.
I'm about to do this. I'm about to go back to the Air Jordan.
Listen, fellas.
Listen, Kyrie is it time, and that's in our production meeting. Time to put respect on Kyrie's name. Right.
Listen.
Kyrie is elite. He's beyond elite.
He's on the way. But listen, I'm gonna say this.
He ain't on the way. He's there.
Listen, fellas. Look, I am a man, and I can admit when I was wrong. He ain't got that low on the total. He's not that low on the total pole. And by the way, I traded Kyrie on fantasy. It was brains. Listen, but it's not because I think less of him. I actually think more of Kyrie this season. And when Kyrie did all that stuff where he wasn't playing, it's on tape. I did not come at his neck about that. I said as long as his team is cool with it, it is what it is. But I'll be the first one to say Kyrie's closer to top 10, top 5 than 20. I'll admit that I was wrong about that at the beginning of the season. Kyrie has proven. Look, I'm man enough to do it. Am I still taking Dame though? For sure, I'm taking Dame.
AP, what up?
Huh? Oh, I'm taking Dame. But Kyrie has proven a lot to me, and I still don't agree with how he goes about everything. But he killing. I got to give it to him. I traded him for Dame, by the way. But I'll explain why in fantasy.
Well, what you call it? Kyrie's gonna be playing longer than Dame. You should have kept Kyrie.
The fantasy is only for the regular season.
Just for fantasy.
Yeah,
fantasy.
Kyrie's
Fantasy's
going
on
to be playing longer. Kyrie's going to be playing, and whatever the last possible games are, Dame season going to be over whenever the playoffs start.
I thought fantasy is only for the regular season.
Yeah,
No, I thought it went through the playoffs. You don't go through the playoffs?
I always know. I always just through the regular season.
Oh, I've had some through the playoffs.
And so when Kyrie's resting because the Nets have their top 3, top 4 spot, Dame gonna be fighting for a playoff spot out there getting 40 and 50. It's a method to my madness.
Okay.
Chess. I'm playing chess, baby. I'm playing chess.
Hey, just so you know, though, and I hate to say this, just so you understand, Dame is also going to be a lifetime loser. Do we understand that? Like, you understand that?
Hey,
I'm serious. I'm serious.
Coin that.
But I'm serious though.
If he gets straight, but we don't know what can happen in that man's career.
No.
Now, I got a question for you, Faise. I got a question for you, Faise.
He's gonna be Charles Barkley, like that. He's gonna be like that. Like not the, not the same kind of
but
player, obviously.
Barkley was a beast.
Can I ask a question?
Barkley just ran up against that guy.
And that's what Dame is. I mean, that's what Dame is gonna go through.
He ran up against Steph.
I don't think so, Faze. I don't think so.
I don't think Dame will ever win a champ. When I say lifetime loser, that means you're just not winning a championship, and I don't think he ever will.
I got a question.
The dynamics, the dynamic, and this is one thing. Me being, I'm gonna take it here. Me being the older guy on the panel, the game is, and this is what something. Me and Brandon had a conversation off camera. Like I had to sit back, really analyze the transition of things, and I don't think it's so far to say that Dame would win or win the chip because the game, each generation. What I'm saying is each generation through a transition stage. The league is going through a transition stage where it's up in the air. You got guys teaming up. You got guys coming together. Those guys go away. Whether it's LeBron, whether it's KD. Kyrie is the youngest in that group in Brooklyn. It's going away. And it's going to be a point where Dame is going to be in a situation where you're young enough to school the younger players coming up. I don't know if y'all really get where I'm going with this.
No, I get what you're saying.
The old will phase out and the new will come in.
You think he'll get it like that? Like that's how you think he'll get one if he get it?
It's those in between. It's those in between that will be successful. Because in my era, the San Antonio, they're gonna take. They're out of. That's why I feel that the West is weaker right now. Even though there's a lot of balance, it's still a two-man. It's a two-team race in the West between Clippers and LA.
I just don't see a situation where Dame is going to be able to get to the NBA Finals.
But I think the thing that I'm saying is I think Dame has accepted that if that's the case. I think Dame has.
That's why he's a lifetime Blazer. That's why he won't leave. Like I think he'll just thug it out.
But you say lifetime loser, and I don't know if it's because you poking fun at him or you just being serious. But do we? Because I think the comparison is to Kyrie when you said that, and I could be looking into it wrong. Do you think LeBron? Do you think Dame doesn't have a? He's a lifetime loser if he's teamed up with LeBron and KD at some point in time in his career.
I don't think he has to do that.
Him, LeBron, and KD all on the same team?
No, I don't think he has to do that.
Kyrie played with LeBron James. Kyrie's played with LeBron James, and now he's playing with Kevin Durant. I predicted that the Nets are going to win a championship at some point. Do you mean to tell me? Because I felt like it was you made that comment with the comparison to Kyrie. Okay,
I was saying it because I think he's gonna go down like Russell Westbrook. Same thing, where you're gonna be real stat heavy. Real lead the franchise in this, lead the franchise in that, fifth all time in threes, but all that mess, and you're not gonna have anything to show for it ever. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that. I think it's a couple dudes that are willing to say, and I think it's almost a three-headed monster. Like, I'm willing to try to ride out where I'm at, and I'm gonna win here no matter what at all costs. I think that's part of it. I think another part is thinking of the future. I'm not sacrificing my money. I think that's a big part. Where like I'm not sacrificing because Dame's got another $200 million contract in him. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll get another one like that off the strength of him being there. And then lastly, I think it's a pride thing of I'm good enough, which you should think like this. I'm the best player in the NBA. I'm the blah, 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 blah. But I think at the end of the day, that hurts you in understanding that there's nobody. The last dude to go get one by himself was Dirk. Nobody else got, you know what I'm saying? So.
But did that hurt him, though?
No, but no.
Sherm, Faise, my bad, not Faise.
I don't think.
I'm glad you said that. And about the Dirk thing. And I think we need to get deep into that.
He didn't do it by himself. He had.
I think we need to get. And that's what I'm saying. We have to get deep into that. I'm sorry to cut you off. I know you were explaining it, but it's like. So are you saying they did it by himself because he was the only All-Star that year, or like what? Because he had.
Yeah.
Because
Jason
because,
Jason Kidd. He had a lot of studs. He had a lot of studs around him.
Point guard of all time, or top 6, 7, wherever you want to put it. He was on that team. He had a defensive player of the year. Hold on, he had a defensive player of the year, Tyson Chandler. He had Jason Terry, who everybody in this generation knows who the hell Jason Terry is. So I wouldn't say that he did it by himself, but I'll let you explain more.
I agree with.
Who y'all planning for if you play the Mavs? What other superstar? What other dude played with another superstar past 2011?
You mean won it without one?
Yeah, won it without a superstar. No, he was the only one where he's a single superstar. Single.
Yeah,
it's just him.
I agree with what Faise is saying.
It's just him. Everybody else has had another legit top.
But that's because the NBA has became AAU.
You're right, but Sherm, you're right. But that's what I'm saying. Dirk is the last dude in a long time to be on a team where there's no other top 10 dude on the team and you win a championship. That is.
But we can't.
Wise because if KD ain't start playing, that's a whole. We ain't having this conversation. So,
but we can't. We can't exclude Golden State. Nobody expected Steph to be what he was. Nobody expected Clay to be what he is. We can't exclude Golden State.
I think
we can't do that.
I think
because they developed their games.
Well, that's what I was about to say. So I think the only reason why you're saying that is because they got those two dudes out the draft. Like they didn't go get them.
No.
They drafted them. They were there.
No.
But
coming out of Davidson, expected Steph to be who he was today. No one.
They said that he wouldn't even last in the league for like more than 3, 4
years. Nobody predicted that. And again, one thing that we keep talking about, we fall in love with how offensively great Golden State was, but they played defense.
Yeah, they guarded. Everybody guarded. Switch everything.
They played defense. So Golden State, they were a team. They are the perfect example. And now, because Ray, I really want to touch on the fact that they're going to be a 500 team. They're going to be 500.
I'm waiting to the end of the year to get at you on that one. I can't believe that you just forgot about Curry. Like that's crazy.
They are an example of how to build a team, and they were defense first. Mark Jackson, which is and I still regard him as one of my favorite point guards. He taught them defense. They were successful because they played defense. They had a solid, complete team. They had a bench. Guys that were veterans took the role of coming off the bench that could have started anywhere in the league. What that did was it allowed Steph to be who he is today. It allowed Clay to be who he is today. It allowed Draymond, who was the lowest of the totem pole, to be who he is today. It allowed that.
But I think that if their team is more accepted because, like you said, they built it from the bottom up. But that's the kind of the same way I feel about Dirks. They didn't go. Wasn't nobody hunting for another superstar. Wasn't nobody hunting to do. It was literally like, this is what we have. You know, Josh Howard was good that year. Like all those people. Like I get that, but you know, again, when you go back and look at his team. Yes, you can argue that, you know, he's got Hall of Famer Jason Kidd and, you know, Jason Terry, who probably had a career span right there where he was great. And Josh Howard was killing that year and Tyson Chandler, Defensive Player of the Year. But at that time, Dirk and them swept Kobe. They went through and the thing, what I'm trying to get people to understand is he literally did it. No, obviously he didn't do it by himself. Nobody does it by himself. But you talk about where one dude is just head over heels better than everybody else without a off the wall supporting cast. Nobody has done it. Like Clay and Steph gonna go down. Steph probably gonna go down as a top 3 or 4 point guard ever, like easily. Clay gonna go down kind of the same way as a 2 guard, probably top 6, 7 2 guard ever, just because of what he's done. So it's just kind of like, who can you say that on Dirk's team? And these dudes are all playing in their prime.
It's one guy.
He's playing with old J Kidd. He was playing with a good Tyson Chandler. That's a very good Tyson.
The Knicks. See, here's where, again, me growing up being a point guard. Jason Kidd, everywhere he went, he was a winner.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere he went, his team improved 20 to 30 games. That matters. If J Kidd is not on that team, I don't think Dallas win.
I don't think Jason Kidd was on that team the year before that.
He wasn't. That's my point.
J Kidd was Rondo. He was Rondo from
No. He was
Rondo.
He was not Rondo. His IQ.
No, that's what I'm saying. He was Rondo from last year. What Rondo did.
He was the one that one year when Melo was an MVP contender with the Knicks and they won 50 plus games. Jason Kidd. Then the next year they came along and tried. Think about this. They tried to make Jason Kidd a scorer, and he said, "Look, man, dig it up, Google it, YouTube it." He said, "Man, look."
He was on the team the year before. I'm just throwing it back out there for you.
Yeah, but when he was with them, he said, "When have I ever scored the basketball? Never." Jason Kidd,
he played the same role that Rondo played for the Lakers last year. Like high IQ coming in, I can still control the game. How is that not the same thing? It's the same thing.
I get what you're saying. You know what? I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Or you saying he had more of an impact? You feel like he had more of an impact than that?
Jason Kidd was more of an impact. Jason Kidd didn't play with a LeBron James.
He played with Dirk.
Anthony Davis. I was here in Jersey when Jason Kidd took the New Jersey Nets and ran the 2 finals with nothing.
Chill. Kenyon Martin was solid. Chill. Kenyon Martin was solid, yo.
He wanted a parade so bad.
Kenyon Martin was something. Yeah. He was something because of Jason Kidd. What did he do without Jason Kidd? What did Kevin do without Jason Kidd? What did
it was Tom McCullough. Tom McCullough was the starting center.
What did the other kid? What did Kendall do? What did Kendall Gill do without Jason Kidd? All of them careers flop without Jason Kidd. Now,
I mean, he played with Dirk. Dirk beat everybody that year. LeBron.
You talking about Jason Kidd on the New Jersey Nets when he took them to the finals 2 years in a row. And look, we got the shitty tickets.
Definitely,
you know, we got those tickets because
definitely did courtside too. I mean, like, right?
We got We got those tickets every year. Nobody was going to the Meadowlands to watch the Knicks. When Jason Kidd got there, it all changed. Everything changed. Everything.
But
Everything.
I just can't to go back to what we were, how we got to this. I don't think we can say that Dame is a lifetime loser yet, Face. I don't think we can say that yet. Like, just, not yet now. You know what I'm saying? I think he has accepted the role to stay with the Portland Trail Blazers, but then again, Kyrie said he was never going to leave Cleveland. LeBron said he never was going to leave Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Durant said he never was going to leave OKC. Like, James Harden said he was never going to leave Houston. So, like,
mm-hmm.
you feel me? And there's probably more players I can name down the line, but I'm just naming those guys right there because, they're relevant today. You just can't say he's a lifetime loser yet. You just can't do that.
I don't think
That's
he'll leave.
mad disrespectful.
I don't think he'll leave. He's like Steph. Steph ain't going nowhere. Dame ain't going. I don't think he'll leave. He's Dirk. Dirk ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. When you get settled in like that, and you just, you really start building your whole family there. He's like, why would I leave for what? Why am I leaving now? Like now, and again, I think he's a dude that's bigger on like my money, my brand. Like he can't. That's the difference between like LeBron and KD. Those dudes' popularity can translate anywhere. Dame is still Dame Lillard, but is he the same Dame Lillard? Like if he goes to Charlotte, no. But if LeBron goes to Charlotte, guess what's happening? Charlotte is jumping. Like everybody loves Charlotte. KD goes to Charlotte, guess what happens? Everybody loves Charlotte. If Dame goes to Charlotte, is it gonna cause some buzz? No pun intended. Yes, but is it gonna jump off? No, not like if LeBron, Steph go to Charlotte. It's booming. Like it's gonna be jumping. But it's not going to be the same if Dame goes over there. So I think that stuff like that makes you stay where you are because he basically can get a key to the city eventually. Now, could he pull a Dwayne Wade, which I really didn't like D-Wade was doing that, Cleveland, Chicago, like all that kind of stuff. Sure. I mean, I guess he could if he wanted to. But, yeah. But still, though, bro, you got the key to the city. Like, you just stay down there, bro. Ain't no need to start bouncing around and moving all
Brandon's a Heat fan, and he can tell you they paid Tyler Johnson $60 million. Like, what do you mean? I'm Dwayne Wade. You can at least give me 40.
Yeah.
You gave Tyler Johnson 60, and then he's not even on the team. You traded him to the Suns, so that's why he left Miami. He didn't.
No, I get it. And he was coming off a good season, and they didn't want to pay him. I just don't,
I think Kent Bazemore got a better offer than D-Wade that
he
year.
did. They gave Kent Bazemore like 2 years, 46 or something. Like they
It
offered
was something crazy.
And I don't even did Miami make the playoffs that year? Because I know Chicago almost upset the first round.
Yeah, no, they didn't make it.
So it was a great move for him.
And Rondo didn't get hurt though. Boston feeling.
They'll beat the Celtics. That's what they play, right? Isaiah Thomas and them, right?
Yeah, they went up 2. They won the first 2 games at TD Garden. Then Rondo got hurt, and they won the next 4.
All right. Okay. Well, before we cap it off, we got to always end it tomorrow. Last week, Brandon, you wasn't here. Me and Faith did our predictions about who was going to win on Thursday. And Faith, you were right about both of the games that you picked. I went 1-1, and Sherm went 1-1. So I'm not going to say the record.
Total count?
Yeah, we got a total count, but I'm not going to say it's the next time because you wasn't here last time.
So
I gotta be up. I gotta be up.
I mean, you're up, but like, the record is not better than Brandon's because Brandon didn't play better enough games. Stuff like
Bro, you only beat me because you play less games, bro. You play less games. That's the only why you beating me, bro. Don't get excited. You play less games.
So we're gonna do from here on out. I'm gonna tell y'all the records. I got the records, but from here on out, we're gonna start tallying.
Ray don't want to say it. Ray don't want to give me no credit.
No, I went 1-1.
I'm just playing.
All right, so tomorrow we got the Warriors versus the Mavericks. The Mavericks finally ended a 6-game losing streak today. They beat the Hawks. Now they play the Golden State Warriors tomorrow. Who do you guys got? I'd like to start off with you, Face. Warriors or Mavericks?
Dallas.
Brandon?
That's tough. Dallas.
Where's the game at? Is the game in Dallas?
In Dallas, but you know, they ain't no fans.
I know, but it makes a difference. You get to sleep in your own bed at night. That makes a difference.
They coming off a back. All right, they're coming off a back-to-back. Golden State didn't play today, by the way.
Okay. I'm still going Dallas. I'll stay with Dallas.
Dallas. I think they need it more, clearly.
Okay. Stay with your Miami boys right now. They're in a pickle with the Wizards with no, but it's all good.
It's all right. We're going to figure it out.
Sir, who you got? Golden State or Mavs?
I'm going to take it's tough.
It's tough.
But I'm going to take the best player. I got to go with the best player on the floor. I don't think they have any help. It goes back to what me thinking they're just a 500 team and they're borderline and not making the playoffs. But I'd say Golden State.
Hey, we gotta get a sound. We gotta get a sound clip of Faye saying he sucks, and you gotta be able to press a button. Andrew Wiggins.
He sucks.
You said thank you.
Nah, he
You still think he sucks?
He's been playing better, but he's
playing well.
Look at Brandon's face.
He's playing well. For him to be picked, I don't know why you're judging him the way you're judging him, but it may be because more where he was picked in the draft. I don't know, but he's playing
They said
well.
he was supposed to be the next Bron, Sherm.
They said the same thing about Ben Simmons too.
Oh, let me see something real fast.
Yeah, they said something crazy about Andrew Wiggins' life.
Phase. Howard Minor was closer to being the next Jordan
Did anybody?
than Andrew Wiggins is to being the next LeBron. That says a lot. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about,
I do.
but that says a lot.
Hey, Wiggins had
He's
15
not-
points
he-
last night.
That's not his game. That's not his game.
Wiggins
No.
had 15 points.
Wiggins
My bad.
is only 25. He is only 25.
Let Brandon. Go ahead, Brandon. Say what you want to say. I gotta say one thing to Face.
He had 15 points on 16 shots and shot 1 for 8 for 3. He's trash.
But that's one game. Go look at the games before that, though. You can't do that.
He's averaging 17.7, and we've clearly said that Steph needs help. So he's getting the second most looks, and he's only giving me 17. So he doesn't suck, but
I'll take that because if Face, you say PJ, you say PJ Washington suck and Andrew Wiggins suck.
Okay. Yes, that's not okay. You're right. That's not fair. PJ Washington is. I can't say what because I'm gonna curse. So PJ Washington is just he's there. And no disrespect, he's young. He's only 20. Like maybe he'll turn it around. But I say no. But so Andrew Wiggins doesn't suck. He's not living up to his hype.
He's average.
I'll take that. I can accept that.
what's Sherm saying?
He's average.
He's average.
He's definitely average.
I thought you said he was ass. I was about to say, I was like,
He's average. He's average.
And I'll put this out there. I think Face might say somebody sucks on the show at least about 5 times, like minimum 5 times.
we got to be able to press a button. He sucks.
I'm gonna take the Mavericks, and the last game of the night will be the Nuggets versus the Lakers. I'm gonna go on the line and I'm gonna take the Nuggets. Brandon, who you got? I know this is gonna be tough for everybody. But...
It ain't tough, man. Like it ain't tough for me.
All right, well, then who you got then, sir?
I got the Lakers. Right. Listen. One thing that people don't understand about me, I just call the game how I see it. I call it how I see it. I don't
Might not
have
be
nothing.
tough.
I have nothing personal against nobody. Win or lose, the Lakers are better than Denver. The Lakers have the best two players on the floor. If they could sneak a win in tonight, all right, cool. But I don't think they're gonna sneak 4 games in the series.
Oh no, we're talking about tomorrow. Just tomorrow.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just putting that out there.
I'll take the late show.
Lakers. I got the Lakers.
Brandon?
I'll take the late show as well. It's gonna be a good game, but I'm gonna go to the late show.
I like Denver.
All right, so we split on that.
I like Denver.
Okay. Anything you guys want to say before we end it?
Everybody have a good night.
Free Bradley Beal, man. That's all I gotta say.
Word.
Like drop.
Yeah, he don't want to go nowhere though, Brent. He go where he at.
Free him from himself, then.
Word to Tim Duncan.
Go ahead and get it out the way, Faith. What you
Word to Tim Duncan, yo. Put some respect on my dog name. That's all I'm asking. I ain't asking for much. I'm just asking for a little respect for my dog Timmy.
All right. And with that said, can we respect Kyrie?
Yeah.
We respect the earth is flat.
But sure, I don't think we disrespected Kyrie. I think we just don't like it. One day he just might not show up.
Brandon had him in the top 20 to 25.
Oh, well, no, I didn't have Kyrie.
20.
I didn't have Kyrie.
15, 20.
The only scary thing about Kyrie is like, you legit just might not show up to work tomorrow. And that's cool. I respect that. You know, do what you want to do.
As long as he, and even if he don't, it's
that's cool. That's what I'm saying. Do what you want to do. Like, that's cool.
Faze, you a coach, Faze.
Do what you want to do.
You got to treat the superstars a certain way.
You gotta let them. You gotta let we tell dudes all the time. Look, some dudes got a little more leeway than you got. And you just gotta understand that. That's just what it is. So,
and then, Keon, I saw your question and apologize for not answering it because you asked Face it, but that'll be the first thing that we talk about next week for you. For
what
sure. Oh, all right. Well, went up and he said, like, what's the future for the Spurs? And I think he said
crystal ball. I remember seeing that.
The crystal ball.
Unfortunately, I don't think Becky Hammond will. If anybody can push it, Pop can push for her to be a head coach. I just don't think it'll happen. I don't want to say I don't think it'll happen. I think she might get elevated to like associate head coach first, like something like that. And then I think she'll get her shot at like being a head coach of like a G League team. And it's unfortunate she's a woman. That's the road they're gonna make her go that way. But I don't see that happening just yet. I do think Tim Duncan's gonna get put in like a GM role in the next couple of years, though. Eventually, I do think that. I do think that for sure.
All right. But shout out to Keon, man, for being consistent.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Keon.
Being consistent and always being on the show, man. Much love and respect to you, Keon. Keep it coming, man.
Yes, sir. Keon twice.
Share, like and share, and bring everybody in, man. Bring as many people in as you can.
All right, shout out to Keon and shout out to Melo for passing Dominique Wilkins too. Cool, being number 12 all time in the list. Got to throw that in there because somebody told me we don't ever show love to Melo. So that's all for the show. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you being here. You know, you already know what it is. Like and subscribe. Tell a friend. Tell a friend what it is and what it ain't. If you don't like what we got to say, join the debate.